John chapter 4, verse 17. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't have it memorized, but it goes something like, if you know what the right thing to do is and you don't do it, it's a sin. And sin can be interpreted in a religious sense, or it doesn't even have to be a religious sense. A big part of chapter 4 that we read today in Bible study had a lot to do with, and it's kind of complicated for me to explain, or I haven't quite distilled it into words. Only that one verse, which is paraphrased again. If you know what the right thing is, if you know what the right thing to do is, and you don't do the right thing, it is a sin. And that's where most of our conflict is. And to take that in a more secular approach and not in a religious context, but a non-religious context, is, in your heart, with any decision you make, from a dieting choice, an exercising choice, a lazy choice, for me, playing too much games on my phone choice, if you know what the right thing to do is, or better yet, if you know what the wrong thing to do is and you still do the wrong thing, it's a sin. And not it being a sin, but it's going to cause inner conflict. That's where all the inner conflict happens. It's where all the stress happens. It's where all the problems happen. And I think about that. I was thinking about that pretty much the entire Bible study after they read it. It's like, that's where all problems are. If you know what the right thing to do is, and you don't do it, that's where you have problems. That's where all stress comes from. And then, of course, there are those circumstances where you are not sure what the right thing is, which is a whole different depth of conversation, but still, you know what? Sometimes when I think about this, I think that you may not know what the right thing is, like the absolute right thing to do, the best decision at this moment, but you know in your heart, based on the information that you know, what the best thing to do is.